Good evening, friends. I'm here today evening to speak about youth and their role in environment and its conservation. Well, let me just start with the use of plastics and how we are responsible for it and how we need to take care of it. I believe in the principle of 4 R's, that is refuse, reduce, reuse and recycle. Explaining each and every point in detail, I would say that first of all, refuse plastic wherever we can. I do that in my personal life as well. Wherever I can refuse plastics, I refuse it. Like for example, when I go shopping, I carry a cloth bag with me so that I can refuse plastic bags that I get from shopkeepers or vendors. Wherever I can't refuse, I try to reduce my consumption of plastic. Like I'm a PhD student, and in my research, in the research that I do in the lab, there are some materials made of plastic for which as of now I don't find any substitute. So I do use it, but I try to reduce its consumption. The third thing is reuse. Whatever little plastic that we are using, we have to find ways to use it over and over again, that is to reuse it. And when the life of that plastic is over, it cannot be anymore reused, then we have to innovate and find ways to recycle it. Well, it's not necessary that we recycle it on our own. We have to find a proper channel and let the material go to that channel where it would be recycled. In India, government has come up with a few centers around the country where plastic has been recycled. Why I'm focusing particularly on plastic? Plastic is everywhere. Plastic bags are being sold by fruit vendors, vegetable vendors, shopkeepers, pharmacists, everyone. Whatever small or single thing we go to buy, we want to carry it home in plastic, polythene bags. Once we go home, we take out our stuff and put it wherever it belongs in our house. And we throw the polythene bag in dustbin. But has any one of us ever wondered, from the dustbin, where does it go? I'll tell you, my friends, because I've seen where does it go. It gets dumped into dumping grounds on the outskirts of big cities, but finally where it goes is into our world's oceans. And I have friends, I know people who have seen islands of plastics bigger than some of the countries in the world. Islands as big as India. And if we don't change our ways with plastics, that day is not far where we would find islands of plastics as big as China. In oceans, what happens with these plastics is that because of sun rays falling on it, the plastic material degrades and it converts itself into what broadly we call as microparticles or microforms, and these then are taken up by zooplanktons, phytoplanktons and smaller fish and bigger fish, and that is how it climbs up the ladder of food chain. We do consume fish, so once it enters the food chain in the marine system, it will find a way into our stomachs, and at present we do not know what harm it causes to us. And the other place where plastics finally end up is in stomachs of poor street animals, cows, buffaloes, dogs. I've been to some veterinary hospitals in India and I've seen the post-mortem reports where the death of cows has been ascribed to the presence of plastic clots in their stomachs, which led to the blockage of their digestive system, and that choked them to death. Cows are worshipped in India, and Indians particularly. Are we ready to see cows dying this way? I don't think we are. Now is the time we pull up ourselves. We have to do this not just for ourselves, but for the sake of our future generations to come. We have to keep in mind, we are one big family, we are a global family, including all animals, birds, microorganisms that reside on this planet. And we have to act now or perish soon. Another aspect of environment that I would like to draw attention is responsible travel and tourism. We all like to explore new places and travel, but how many of us do think of things beyond or other than our comfort and leisure during travels? Friends, we need to think of the ecosystem where we are entering and communities that live there. When I talk of communities, I don't just mean to say about human communities, but also communities of birds, animals and plants. We do not have any right to interfere in their lifestyles. It's nice to have fun, it's good to enjoy yourselves, it's good to have wafers and chips in the jungles, but it's bad, it's worse to throw empty chips packets in the forest and come away. They'll degrade the ecosystem, they'll enter the food chain in the forest, and the poor animals will die. Today, how many animals do we see have become extinct? I request all the youth to talk to their grandparents and their parents and ask them, how many animals and birds could they see in their lifetime? And then ask themselves, are we able to see the same number today? No. All those who are aware of things going on around them, they do know that animals and birds, more and more species of them are becoming extinct day by day. We need to think, why is it so? We have to develop as a society, but we have to develop taking entire planet into account. We have to develop taking into account the richest of the people as well as poorest of us. It should be a full-fledged development and sustainability or conservation are not separate things, my friends. They need to go hand in hand, they are one. For the past few decades we have been making mistakes in the name of industrialization, of cutting down forest, doing excessive mining, but these are not the ways which will take us forward. We need to innovate, we need to do more research, we need youth to come in research and development in field of new sources of energy, to find efficient and innovative ways of harnessing solar and wind powers for our energy needs. Petroleum and its products are not going to last with us for long. Another thing we need people to spread awareness, and youth can do it. It's not that people across the globe are willingly causing harm to the environment. It's just the lack of awareness which is causing all the problems. So the first thing we need to start with, and what I think the youth, all young people across the globe can do, is to talk in their communities, to talk to people, make people aware that the plastic that you're throwing out of your home, that's not enough. It is making your home clean, but it is making your bigger home, that is your planet, dirtier. Are we ready to live in a dirtier future? I am not. I want future generations to enjoy all that we have been able to explore and enjoy. And unless we become aware of the need to conserve our planet, to take care of environment around us, I don't see this anytime becoming a reality. But I do believe that we youth have the powers to make sure that our future generations see and enjoy and explore what we have witnessed. We have lost many things, but what is gone is gone. Now is the time to act. And friends, I strongly believe in Mahatma Gandhi's words: be the change you want to see in this world. So start with yourself. Stand up, be responsible, care for the environment, speak for environment, act for environment. Thank you.